Welcome to English Anyway, where we learn English, no pressure, no perfection. Today we have a brand new deep dive for you.
We do. We are talking about renting a car in another country.
Right. It is something almost everyone does when they travel, but, well, every year people lose a lot of money at the rental car desk.
Yeah, they really do. And it is not because of bad luck. It is usually just a simple lack of vocabulary.
Exactly. We are going to teach you the exact words you need to speak with confidence.
We will role play the conversations. We will break down the sentences, like line by line. We really want to give you the tools to avoid hidden fees.
And to handle any problems on the road. But remember, speaking a new language is about action.
Yes, it is. When we introduce a new phrase, please practice speaking it out loud wherever you are.
Speaking it out is making it yours. Do not be afraid to make mistakes.
Right. So let us build the scene. Imagine you have just finished a 10-hour flight.
Oh, wow. 10 hours. You are very tired. Your bags feel really heavy.
Yeah. You walk through the airport and you find the car rental desk. You stand in line.
And finally, it is your turn. The person behind the desk looks at you.
This is where it begins. So how do we start this interaction?
Well, you start by taking control. You do not wait for them to ask a bunch of questions.
Right. You step forward and give them your information clearly. The core phrase here is very simple.
You say, "Hi, I have a reservation under," and then you say your name.
Let us try a quick role play for the small moment. I will be the worker and you be the traveler.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello, welcome. How can I help you today?
Hi, I have a reservation under Benji. Here's my driving license and credit card.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let us notice the key vocabulary here. Reservation means you booked the car earlier. You saved a car for today.
Right. And a driving license is the official card that shows you are allowed to drive.
Yes. And
Good.
by handing these over immediately, you make everything fast.
Yeah, you show that you were prepared. So after they type your information into the computer, they give you the keys.
And you walk out to the parking lot. You are tired, and you just want to drive to your hotel.
But wait, this is where, many travelers make a very big mistake.
They really do. They just get in the car and drive away. But the golden rule of renting a car is this. Any damage you do not report becomes your responsibility.
Oh, I see. So if there's an old scratch on the door from last week, and I do not tell them, they will think I made the scratch.
Exactly. And you will have to pay for it. The rental car business moves very fast. They clean cars quickly so they miss things.
That is why you must check the car yourself. You also must look at the back where you put your bags.
Yeah.
And of course, check all four doors and all four tires.
So let us learn the core phrase to use when you find damage. If you see a scratch, you must make it official.
You point to it and say, "Excuse me, there's already a scratch here. Can you note that down?"
Can you note that down? Means, can you write this on the official paper?
Say it out loud with us. Can you note that down?
Great. Now, you also want to protect yourself even more. The best way to do this is to take a video with your phone.
Yes. You walk around the entire car while recording. The video will have a time and a date on it. This is your proof.
Right. But some people worry about this. Does pulling out your phone make the worker angry?
Yeah, I would feel a bit awkward. Like, it might look like I do not trust them,
It is true that some workers might look confused, but you can make it feel normal by using a simple phrase.
You do not just silently start recording.
No, you look at the worker and say, I'm going to do a quick video walkthrough before I drive off. Is that okay?
Ah, I like that. A walkthrough just means walking around the car to look at it.
Yes. And by saying quick video walkthrough, it sounds like a normal routine. It does not sound angry.
It sounds like you are just being careful. And if you feel awkward, well, remember, this is a business contract.
Right. A few seconds of feeling awkward is much better than paying hundreds of dollars for a scratch you did not make.
Exactly. The video is facts, not memory. So let us move to another very important part of the conversation at the desk.
Yes, the money. Before you even get the keys, the worker will talk to you about insurance.
This is where they try to sell you more things. The worker looks at their computer, they type a bit, and they ask if you want extra insurance.
And during this conversation, they use a specific word that confuses many English learners. That word is excess.
Let us explain excess carefully because, well, it's key vocabulary.
In normal life, excess means too much of something. But in a car rental contract, it means something else.
Right. Excess is the maximum amount of money you must pay if the car is damaged.
Think about it like this. Imagine you have an accident. The car needs repairs that cost $2,000.
Okay. And let's say I have standard insurance, but the contract says my excess is $500.
Well, this means the insurance company pays $1,500. but you must pay the first $500.
Ah, out of my own pocket.
Exactly. The rental desk worker knows that travelers are tired, so they will ask you to buy extra insurance to make your excess smaller.
Sometimes they ask you to pay like $20 a day so your excess becomes zero.
If your excess is zero, you pay nothing if there's an accident.
When they offer this, it is easy to panic. Some people just say a fast no to everything because they want to leave.
But saying no to everything can be dangerous. What if your standard insurance has a very high excess?
Yeah, what if it is $2,000? You need to ask questions first.
These are simple phrases that ask for facts.
So when the worker offers extra insurance, you ask, what does the standard insurance cover?
Let us role play this. I will be the worker this time.
Okay.
Would you like to add our premium safety package today? It is very good for peace of mind.
What does the standard insurance cover?
Well, the standard covers major accidents, but you still have a $500 excess.
Is the extra insurance included or is it optional?
Notice how the traveler did not say yes or no right away. They asked for facts.
Right. Asking what does the standard insurance cover makes the worker explain the basic rules.
And then asking, is it included or is it optional, forces the worker to tell the truth about the price.
Yes, optional means you can choose it, but you do not have to.
Now, if you see a price on the computer screen that you do not understand, use another core phrase.
You say, could you explain this charge?
A charge is an amount of money you have to pay. Asking someone to explain is polite but firm.
Yeah, you are not saying like, you are a liar. You are just saying, help me understand. It is a very calm sentence. So you finish at the desk, you check the car, and take your video.
And you drive away. You are finally on your trip. You are driving through the mountains or by the beach.
But then the car stops working.
Oh, no. A breakdown on the road is a scary situation.
Very scary. You are in a new country. You might be far from a city.
When a car stops working safely, it is called a breakdown. The most important thing here is safety.
Right. You must move the car to the side of the road. Then you must turn on your hazard lights.
Yes, the hazard lights. These are the blinking orange lights that tell other drivers you are stopped.
And please, do not try to fix the car yourself. Rental companies have very strict rules.
Yes. If you try to change a tire and you damage the car, you might have to pay for it.
So you must stay safe and call the rental company's help number.
When someone answers the phone, well, human nature makes us want to tell a long story.
Yeah, we panic.
But the person on the phone does not need a long story. They handle hundreds of calls a day. They just need clear facts.
Right. If you give them clear facts, help arrives sooner.
You start the call with this phrase, I'm calling about my rental car. There's a problem.
Let us role play the phone call. I will be the phone operator.
Hello, I'm calling about my rental car. There's a problem.
Okay, I can help you with that. What is the issue?
The tire is completely flat.
Notice that the traveler gave a simple symptom. The tire is completely flat.
Right. They did not guess why it happened. You just state the fact.
You could also say, the engine warning light is on. Or, the car won't start. Just keep the sentence short.
Next, you must tell them where you are. You look at the road signs or your phone map.
You say, I'm on Highway 7, near exit 12.
Then you give them your booking reference. This is the special mix of numbers and letters on your paper.
For example, my booking reference is EA4821. Giving this helps them find your name instantly.
Finally, you finish the phone call by asking a direct question. You ask, can you send someone to help me?
And then you wait safely with the car, keeping your hazard lights on.
Exactly. So now let us imagine your trip is over. You had a great time.
The flat tire is fixed. It is time to go home. You drive the car back to the airport.
This part is called the drop-off. You hand the keys to the worker in the parking lot.
The worker takes a paper and walks around the car. This is the final inspection.
This moment causes a lot of anxiety for people. You stand there waiting, hoping everything is okay.
Let us role play what happens if the worker finds something wrong. I will be the worker.
And I will be the traveler returning the car.
Okay, let's take a look. I see a small dent on the rear door here.
I don't think that was there when I picked it up. Can we check the original inspection report?
Let us pause and look at that phrase. I don't think that was there when I picked it up. Can we check the original inspection report?
This is a great way to protect yourself. It
Yes.
works because it does not start an argument.
Right. You do not shout, I am a good driver, I did not hit anything. If you argue, the worker will argue back.
Instead, you just ask to look at the paper. The original inspection report is the paper from the first day.
When you ask to check the report, you move the focus away from emotions. You focus on the documents.
And if the dent was already there, they will say, oh, you are right. It was already noted.
The problem goes away in seconds. And if they do not have it on the paper, well, you have your video to show them the truth.
Exactly. Now, there is one more common problem at the drop-off. It involves the fuel charge.
Ah, yes. The contract usually says you must return the car with a full tank of petrol or gas.
So you stop at a station near the airport and fill the car up. But when you give the keys back, the worker says you must pay a fee.
They might say the tank is not full. This happens often. Sometimes the fuel needle in the car is just slow to move.
Right. You are in a hurry to catch your flight. You do not want a long debate. So you use the polite but firm phrase we learned earlier.
You say, "Could you explain this charge? I filled it up this morning."
Let us practice that out loud. Could you explain this charge? I filled it up this morning.
By stating your action clearly, "I filled it up," you force the worker to check the car again.
Yes. They have to walk over, turn the key, and look at the dashboard.
You are using words to make them look at the physical evidence. When they see the tank is full, they remove the charge.
And you get a clean receipt, and you can walk to your airplane.
So let us review the core phrases we learned today. At the pickup, you say, "Hi, I have a reservation under my name."
If you see damage, you say, "Excuse me, there's already a scratch here. Can you note that down?"
You prepare your video by saying, "I'm going to do a quick video walkthrough before I drive off. Is that okay?"
To protect your money at the desk, you ask, what does the standard insurance cover? And is the extra insurance included or optional?
During a breakdown, keep it simple. "I'm calling about my rental car. There's a problem."
And at the drop-off, defend yourself with, can we check the original inspection report? And could you explain this charge?
Learning these specific English phrases really changes how you feel when you travel.
It does. Think about it. Many people spend weeks planning their travel. They look at pictures of hotels.
Yeah, they read restaurant menus, they plan tours, but they spend zero time planning how they will speak when they sign a contract.
That is such a powerful idea. Most travel anxiety comes from feeling like you do not know the rules.
You feel like a tourist who might lose money. But if you learn these phrases, you change your role.
Yes, you step up to the desk with completely different energy. You are an equal partner in that contract.
We want you to take that confidence into the real world. Now, before we say goodbye, we have a simple question for you.
Yes, we want you to practice your English writing. What is the hardest part about talking to people in a new country?
Is it speaking on the phone? Or maybe it's talking to people at a desk?
Tell us in the comments. We would love to read them and reply to you.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into rental car vocabulary. Keep practicing these phrases out loud.
Yes, keep building your confidence.
And keep learning English anywhere you want. See you next time.